Hey, happy Wednesday. Let's see, do we have any people coming live? Do you have anyone coming in, joining us?
Yes, and actually let us know where are you located and how's the weather over there. So I'm currently in Seattle, Renton, and it's snowing here. It's pretty cold. Feels like I'm back in Finland.
So yeah, I mean, like I'm Estonian, it's pretty cold here. So actually not so cold, it's gonna be spring soon. So just write something to the live if you can see us so we know that you are here.
Yes, right on the chat. And yes, it's kind of boring word, so just write where you're based and how's the weather over there. So
Yes,
today
it'll be
we are
interesting.
actually going to be talking about selling on Amazon in such a way that you actually maximize your odds for success. So if you stick around until the end, then you will get clarity.
And you get a gift, gift from us, a little gift, a little
Yes.
present. Let's wait for a few more minutes before we start, so we have some more people coming in. And so, yeah,
Yes,
guys.
and we were actually supposed to have this on Zoom, but due to some technical hiccups, we just decided to do it as a stream just for easier access, and so that nobody who registered is gonna lose it.
Yep. All right. Yeah, cool. I mean, like this is like after 9 years of experiences, this is basically the system we built in order to scale up faster, and it's been effective for us and some of our students, and so that's why it's really like we are super excited to actually share that stuff for you, because for some reason, not for some reason, Amazon system and whole this game has a little bit changed during these years. And the way you approached Amazon in 2014 was completely different the way we approach it in 2017, 18, and now during the last 2 years, the way you approach the system again is again different. And so, yeah, I mean, like I'm super happy to share the whole system, the low risk, low budget method, which basically avoids you to waste money and avoids you to waste time, and keeps you giving the momentum and keeps you to kind of like on the edge and going forward with enthusiasm. So,
Yeah, and that's
I
the thing that we want to do. I mean, we want to maximize our odds for success, and I mean, the way that most people are doing it, and what we call as the old school way, means that you actually are putting a lot of effort and a lot of like resources upfront without getting any kind of guarantee that it's going to work out. So we have
exactly.
dialed in this kind of system that where you actually do the minimum upfront, and you incrementally, like gradually, like build your validation. So in order to really get the best results.
All right, so ready to start? I guess we start. It's been 7
Yeah,
minutes
let's
already.
just start.
Yeah. So guys, so we're gonna do it as quickly as possible. So we're not gonna waste your time. And then let's do it. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat box, right? We can answer all these questions. So I'm not gonna be stopped with presentation. So I'm gonna go through that as quickly as possible to not waste your time. And so at the end of the day, at the end of the presentation, we can actually answer the questions. Okay. All righty. Cool. So the first question actually is that how many of you are selling on Amazon here? Actually, that's something that I would like to know before we start. So if anyone's selling on Amazon or tried selling on Amazon or released a product on Amazon, just type me into the comments. Anyway, you can type there. It would be interesting to know like how many people from here actually done that and like finish their exam and get product on live and go through the whole hassle by doing so. Let's give it a few seconds. Yep, we have some people saying me, and yeah, go ahead. Type anything that if you haven't done it, because when you've done it, I know your pain, guys. I know your pain. It can be like it can be it can be good, it can be bad. So it's. But anyway, yeah, Preet is saying I've done it. So Yeah, Alex is saying. We have some other people who are saying stuff. So cool.
It's like this shared experience, so we all know what we are. Yeah, we know what we are going through, right? We know what each and every one of us going through.
Exactly. And yeah, so basically, what do we know about Amazon? Like what me and Tony know about Amazon. So basically, we just started out like on 2014, and eventually started selling on Amazon, USA, Canada, Mexico, Europe, and Australia. We still sell all these marketplaces. Plus, we also have like Poland now, and Czechoslovakia, and more. Like more targeted on this area. So as we usually been doing like 1 million per month in revenue, but of course on the Christmas time it goes up, on summertime it might go down, and it's been really rocky road. Honestly, it's been supremely rocky road. A lot of products have died, a lot of new products are coming up, and so in a way that's the key to Amazon's success, right? To keep going, right? And so, again, like it's been selling from 2014, like hit first 1.5 million in USD in 2016, first time per month. And again, like currently we've been teaching this to the people, and we've been also like hiring a lot of people from the Philippines. We've been trying to automate as much as possible to make it self-organized company. And I guess so what do we know about Amazon? I think that we've been like a dumb and dumber in a whole lifetime. And so, quick question to you guys: like, how many are stuck or happy not with the progress on Amazon? Like you type in something on Amazon, because I've been stuck a million times. I've been not happy a million times, and it's not easy road. There's no way I'm gonna say everyone here like it's gonna be super easy to start selling on Amazon. I'm just gonna give you low risk, low budget method that can decrease the unhappiness when you start, right? And so, again, type something in the chat box. Stuck, for example, if you have been stuck with this whole thing. So I feel your pain. And again, like uh, share whatever whatever you can have, whatever you've been stuck with. So it will be cool, because you're not alone. You're not alone. Like there's a lot of people whoever has sold anything on Amazon, they know they've been stuck, they've been not happy, and it's not easy. So, but then again, like the point of this webinar, the point of having us together here is to make it easier, right? So to talk about it. So anyway, I consider me and Tony, we are dumb and dumber. We probably made all the mistakes that can do. we started reinvent the wheel, tons of mistakes, lost millions in the whole process. And the good thing is we've been friends like brothers since 2005, and it's like like you somehow like love and hate the same way. It's going up and down. But this is a good thing, that having someone to make it together, because it's so much easier, guys. So when you don't have accountability buddy, or if you don't have someone to do it together, I actually recommend finding one, because it helps to ease the struggle and the pain when you do it.
Yes, and also speaking your stuck, so Matti is saying that he's stuck, and Preet is saying that feeling stuck a little as well. So, and I mean to clarify, like the definition of what stuck means in this case, that either you are not happy with the progress that you're getting. So it might mean that you haven't even started selling on Amazon, or you have already been selling, but you are not getting the growth that you actually want. So if you're stuck, then just write stuck in the chat. And definitely, I mean, we sometimes feel stuck. So because we are not getting the growth, we are not getting the progress that we actually want, right?
It's funny that Amazon is like as magnificent selling machine as painful on the same time. It's like it's like having a kid. It's nice to have, on the same time it's pain. But
yeah, there are good days and bad days.
So don't stay stuck, right? So remember that, guys. When you're stuck, the only thing that gets out of you to your being stuck is communication with people. Like find people, talk to them. Other people can help you. They have experience, and just always talk to people. Like that's how I always feel when I stuck at the beginning. I'm alone there. All right. Cool. So and I just want to go quickly before we go into presentation, just to share about this one misbelief that it's too late to start Amazon business. And before I go there, I just want to really guys to understand that Amazon is a market. It's like any other market. If you go to a city, to a bazaar, like this market, people are selling stuff. Like this has been there for 20, 30 years. Is it full now? Is it not working? People are not making money on that bazaar or that market. Like any market, this is functioning and it's making money. The key is how you approach it. And probably, guys, do you have the same TV that you had 15 years ago on your home? Right? Do you have this like 15 years ago? Like there was a sneakers, running shoes. Now there's running shoes for this person, for that weight, for this brand, for that brand. Now there's running shoes for this price, for that price. Segmentation happens all the time on the market. More different price points are coming in, more different segmentations coming in, more like products evolve, right? So market will never get full. Products evolve, there's more different options, there's more different markets. And so Amazon is just simply a place where people are selling something. It's not no such thing as Amazon is full, because the market never gets full, right? Products evolve. And so that's why I want to tell you people that Amazon is just a sales channel. There's people selling. Now your goal is to find good market, good keyword, not so many sellers, and start selling somewhere where the crowd is small and there's still demand and you're able to add value. So that being addressed, let's go back to the presentation. Again, so real question is like, who do you want to be? There's many times I know that when I ask from people who really succeeded in Amazon, like, wow, how did you get there? Like how did you get to the place where you want to be? And really, the easiest way to say is it's choice. Like you gotta either you make it or not, because consistency, money, and time is against you, right? And so, but your choice is your choice. So you can always make decision how long you can be consistent and how long you can keep going and how long you can believe in yourself. And so there's two types of people. There's people who are going to succeed and people who are not. And obviously, the people who succeed are the people who learn from others. They communicate. They try to find coaching. They try to find success recipes, and they do not try to figure out things by themselves. And people who don't succeed, usually they're trying to, okay, let me watch YouTube videos. Go ahead. But remember, consistency, time, and money is against you. So again, it's your choice who you want to be. But like as far as I've seen, thousands of students, thousands of people who enter it, my friends who try to do it by themselves, super sad. Not easy to succeed. And so who will succeed on Amazon no matter what? Like the Warren Buffett said really well, that the idiot with the plan can beat the genius without a plan. Like idiotic consistency and keep going is more important than just with the plan is more important than being perfectionists and try to do everything correctly. And so again, so what do we need?
Just a quick question. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with Warren Buffett's opinion? What do you think? Does it make sense or doesn't make sense? Let us know in the chat. Or do you
overthinking?
Agree with
overthinking and doing things by yourself, and by doing things by yourself is actually a key to overthink, and overthinking leads to a chaos. So clarity is something like a plan. Plan is a clarity, and so you don't need to have huge knowledge, degree, business degree, whatever. So whenever you have a plan, it's so much better than just be a genius from the business school.
Absolutely. So Timo, Matti, Aaro are all saying that it makes a lot of sense. And I mean, definitely, like results come from action. But if we don't have any kind of plan, if you don't really have any kind of idea that what we are doing is that then it's going to mean that we are just going to waste a lot of time and just spending too much time on actually trying to figure out things instead of on working on the right things. Right.
Exactly. And so, what is that we need, And I always say that the perfect way to succeed on Amazon is a framework. You just need the framework, you need a recipe, right? And a good question is like, if you want to bake a cake or bake some nice meal to your spouse on a romantic evening, or for your mom, you come visits, right? Like, are you just going to the store and just buy a bunch of things and put them together and put it into the oven and expect that's going to be good? No, because the point of the recipe, any food recipe, is that you get ingredients and you use ingredients and put them together in correct time and correct, timely manner, in correct way. And that's what makes a success when you bake something, you cook something, right? And on Amazon, it's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Like, it doesn't, you can watch a million YouTube videos, but you put these things together in correct order, in correct time. That's what makes you successful. And so we believe that anyone can be successful if they have a good recipe plus mentorship. Sometimes recipe is not enough. If you have cooked anything with the recipe, what about this? What about that? How do you actually do this area? How do you actually do that area? And so nowadays, since Amazon is becoming super, super like complex, more complex than 2014, 15, 16, the more mentorship required. There's a more need to have someone you can actually send a message and say, hey, I know you gave me these steps, you gave me the recipe, but I don't know how to do step number 3. Is there something you can clarify for me? And the mentorship.
And actually, one point regarding this, that it doesn't mean that that the odds for success are lower. No, it actually just means that you just have to be smarter. So you just need to know the system that you are doing, and you need to know how to operate in that machine, and how to really do things that will maximize your output.
Exactly. And so the success formula recipe is basically like a timely action plan, like a recipe, step-by-step ingredients combined with a timely manner. And I just want to go through that quickly as possible to get to the low risk, low budget method, because, like I said, I don't want to stuck here with the mindset too long. So, again, like, what would be the outcome if Dumb and Dumber baked a cake with the right ingredients in the wrong order? Nothing, right? And so please avoid that. Try to find the life cycle, try to find recipe, and use that. So this is the way you avoid loss of failure, and success rate goes up 100K. So follow the right success framework, or figure it out yourself if you want to go one year to the other and you still have a stamina and consistency, and it's no problem. Nobody will judge you for that. So you can always do that as well. Now, there's a new way and old way what I talk about, like low risk budget, right? And before I go there, I just want to say that it's been like releasing product, success on Amazon eventually comes from you to release different products as quickly as possible. Remember, consistency and stamina is against you. And then at some point, you will hit a good home run product, which will make you a lot of money, and you go and develop your life and your business around that product. Now, what was the new way and old way? The old way was that in the market research, we found a keyword, a market, like, for example, pink leather shoes for men. It's a really specific market. We found there that they have low supply, maybe 40 sellers, low competition, he has a good demand. Last guys are all making more than 10K, and price range is good, easy to stand out. We can add value. Good, great. It takes you around like 1 hour to unlimited, like, to find markets. Like, some people they're finding markets like weeks and months. For some people, finding a good keyword on Amazon takes just a few hours, a few days. Again, then you're going to do the product research, right? You're going to figure out what product you can sell there, like what product is trending, is there any new versions there, can we add value, and kind of figure out what type of product on that market, what type of exactly pink leather shoe or pink leather sandal you want to sell for men, right? Pretty gay, huh? All right. No offense, guys. So anyway, so that can take you 1 hour to 1 day, let's say this way. Okay. So after you figure out what type of product you want to sell, now you figure out, okay, so how can I make this perfect product that everybody wants? You're going to go and figure out how can we improve any products there, how can I create something better that that anyone else is selling. How can I have that game? If someone will go, if I release something to Amazon, how can I have a product that everybody wants? And again, like using the system or blueprints, like specific thinking processes, you can get that done in 1 day to 24 hours, come up with a plan. That's what I want. Based on reading reviews, bad reviews, good reviews, middle reviews, you come up who's buying, why buy, what's problems, what are the problems you can eliminate, and you create your plan. And now you talk to suppliers, right? Now you talk to suppliers and figure out, okay, so that's my perfect plan. How much does it cost? You open Alibaba, talk to suppliers, you send them instructions what you want, you get quotes, and then you basically just compare apples to apples, different suppliers to different suppliers. And you do calculate, can you make a profit with this product? And by the way, guys, like lots of ideas die after step number 4 because the market price has gone so down that there's no profits to be made anymore if you improve anything there. Remember that. But again, that's how we've been doing things for all this time. And so if let's say you can make profits, let's say you can improve these pink leather sandals for men, and now I can make profits. And boom, now I start manufacturing the thing, right? Back and forth negotiations, talk to supplier, pay 30%, they start producing. And, it's going to take you around 30 to 60 days in order to get anything done because, you can't, the negotiation and the product development and product customization can always take lots of time, a lot of time. And that's like a pain in the ass because whenever you start doing it, you see the Chinese don't understand anything what you say sometimes. Nothing. It's going to be like really pain in the ass. And so then
so
when
who has struggled with sourcing your product or explaining your idea to, let's say, the suppliers often it can be China? Has anyone here struggled with explaining your idea to your supplier?
Yeah, I remember one time they put logo like a wrong way, like a mirror way on the back. I was like, really? Well, they don't speak English, right? So how do they know that it's a wrong way? It's like a mirror way, the letters are backwards. What do you do? Yeah. And so then when the manufacturing is ready, you need to do inspection, and then obviously you inspection. Hopefully it succeeds. You send the product to Amazon, and you spend time here. Like before it gets to the Amazon, it's like 14 days to 3 months, depends. Are you sending by air, by sea shipment, or how do you send? It can be by air. It can be 14 days. By sea, it can be up to 3 months. Usually like 1-2 months. All right. Now, guys, this whole process can take you 6 to 9 months. And that's how we've been doing things. And I'm going to go to the point why the low-risk, low-budget method was born, because it was super tiring doing something for 6 to 9 months, just like keeping your finger in your mouth and saying, like, one day I will do that. Like, one day I will have that product live. One day this starts selling, right? It's devastating. Really, and so let's look at the costs on this whole project, whole thing, right? So market research is 0 cost. There's nothing you need to pay. You can do it by yourself unless you're using some tools. Product research, 0 cost. Product development plan, 0 cost. If you have blueprints, everything, you don't need to pay anyone anything. You can do it by yourself at home. And talking to suppliers from Alibaba, sending emails, again, 0 cost, right? Like, you can do all that stuff. You can create the perfect plan and talk to suppliers and find the quotes and getting profitability down with 0 cost, basically. The only thing you pay is your time. Now, again, let's start producing something. Like, as soon as you do create like a manufacturing process, like you do different, you try to, customize something, change something, do something. Oh yeah, guys, minimum order 300 to 500 units. 1,000 units, sometimes even 3,000 units, right? And this manufacturing cost can go easily to 3,000 to 10,000, easily. Depends on the product, right? And now you're going to ship it, so inspection and everything going to cost you 1K to 5K. It can easily go there as well, right? And so the cost for this particular system the old ways, look, road to 15K. And I know a lot of teachers, a lot of people who teach Amazon, they actually say that, they say that in front of you. You need 5 to 10K, like free money to start on Amazon, because this is how we do things. And I just explained you how you do things. And obviously, guys, if you pay 4 to 15K per product, you better make sure it doesn't get these same bad reviews that other people are getting on Amazon.
Yeah. What actually happens, like, let's say you spend these 9 months to develop your great idea, I mean, your perfect product, and then you finally got it live. So it comes like a live on Amazon after those 9 months, and you start getting sales, and things are starting to look pretty good. So you start your like campaigns, your advertising and ranking campaigns, and then boom, suddenly something happens. Your first 1-star review.
Let me.
What does this mean? Hey, what does it mean if we immediately get a 1-star review? What does it mean in practice, Victor?
Yeah, and like getting reviews is annoying and most craziest part nowadays, and that's how actually the whole thing was born.
I just want to emphasize, like, what happens if when you get your product live and you immediately get like 1-star review? Yeah, Matti is saying death. Well, not necessarily death, but it will make things much harder.
Yeah.
So
especially when you spend 4 to 15K on a product and done in like 6 to 9 months, right?
Yeah. So I mean, that was the whole point. You spend 9 months and 15K like getting your product live, and you immediately get bombarded like a couple of 1-star reviews. Then hoops. I mean, it's much harder to. It's gonna be a much like rocky road.
What happens is a lotus position on a bed, having a finger in the mouth and thinking, what the hell am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Being all right, okay. All right. So anyway, so obviously, and there's a reason we're doing this like that, and that's if you spend 4 to 15K on a product, obviously you don't want to do that in 1-2 months, because come on, it's a lot of money, right? And obviously the really good product that can make you a ton of money on Amazon needs to check all these 5 elements. It has to have a good market fit. You don't want to sell something that's thousands of people. No. Sell something where it's only maybe like 0 to 250 people, maybe 500 is already kind of max. You have a better version than others, right? You did the product development, you improved the fixes, you've done you read the bad reviews, you fixed all this stuff, and now you market that as a supreme product. And people love it, right? And it has to be visually attractive. Good, right? And obviously, quality is something that will lead you to success in the long term. There's no success on Amazon without quality. Like just you don't get any profits if you don't have a quality. And like I said, bad review can kill everything. And now let me get some big introduction, guys. But now I'm gonna get you why the whole thing happened to us. Like, why did we come up with this low risk, low budget method? How did we get there? How much money we lost, and what's the story? And before we get there, again, the old way problems is it's time consuming, it's expensive. Your perfect idea might not be perfect at all. Your market can change a lot in 6 to 9 months. And time loses your momentum, your enthusiasm, your capacity of being cool. Let's do it. Every month it goes down. And one product compared to 10 products on the market, what does it mean? You put all the eggs into one basket in one product. Does it make sense? In my opinion, no, not anymore. So would it be complete crazy if instead of 9 to 6 months and 4 to 15K, you can start selling something in 1 month with $200 to $500? And that was something that puzzled me after I lost probably like $40,000 in 1 year. So we were developing like I have these product owners, right? Everyone was developing product. We have like 4 product owners with everyone developing their own product. And we went to a little bit more expensive items, like something that costs you like more than $10 to $20 to produce. And so they were going like back and forth to suppliers like half a year. Some of them were like 9 months, some of them even 12 months. And like every product cost was more than $10,000. And eventually, when these products went live, what happened? With one product, again, we tried to see and foresee every single bad review that can come from selling that product and talk to supplier detailed. Do we have that problem? No. Do we have the problem? No. Do we have the problem? Like literally went to crazy with inspection and everything. And you know what? With one product, supplier hold expenses from the packaging. They didn't pack that product good enough. So it was a pretty bulky item, it was actually like a puzzle table, and it wasn't packed enough well. So whenever it was transported, the corners were like jammed, the corners were like hit to something, and the corners were broken. And again, like $10,000, boom, with a snap. Bad reviews, 1, 2, 3, 4 came in, same problem, all of them. Do you think we got any money back from supplier? No. But did we try to foresee every single problem? Yes. Did it took us for more than 9 months? Yes. Did it took us more than $10,000? Yes. Second product. Again, it's a wooden product again, and everything was perfect. Like we did all the fucking inspections, everything possible to avoid loss on Amazon. What happened? Actually, let me put my face here. What happened with us is that the manufacturer, again, they thought that, okay, everything's cool. I agree with everything they say, no problems, right? And then they chose a wood that wasn't dry enough. So whenever the shipment hit Amazon, the wood dried, and it wasn't the wood itself didn't move to each other, like legs didn't move. It was messed up again. So they cut corners with the expenses and used not so dry wood, because we didn't know about wood, like how dry it should be. Like, so we didn't ask, and they cut corners, and boom, 10,000K, boom, gone again. Third product, again, close to $9,000. After 9 months, when it hit Amazon, you know what? There was better versions there. Someone already made it better. And it's a real life examples. Someone already made better versions than we were making, and same thing, the price of the market went down. So we are releasing something that's already outdated, and the price is too high. What do you do? Again, huge development, huge like going through all reviews. What can go wrong? Let's try to avoid every mistake, and that's what you get. Nowhere. It's money. And so that's how the whole system was born. I've been thinking, like, what if I'm going to put that $10,000 into testing new items? Like, what about I test 10 items with that same money? How can I do that? How can I put products to the Amazon and find out what works and invest there and do product development gradually from the areas that actually work, instead of like putting whole research and then dumping everything on one place? So that's how the whole low risk, low budget method was born, and I hope it makes sense. I don't know. Just type in, does it make sense? So I know I'm not crazy here. Anyone? Just type in the chat box. Does it make sense?
Yes, write in the chat if it makes sense. Yes or no? Does it make sense?
And that was just, after selling already like 7-8 years, and again following the old system, and it's just devastating. It's devastating. Luckily, if old products are already making money, you can take that hit. But imagine you doing that for the first product.
Yeah, just imagine it's the first ever product you actually lost. Talk about how discouraged you can get. Like, this is not gonna work. This is completely waste of my time.
And this is, by the way, the people who start selling on Amazon and they do that mistake and they put like 5K to 10K or something, and then boom, it doesn't say, or get bad reviews. What do you think how you feel? What do you think how you feel?
Yeah, do you actually feel like I'm going to keep going, or does it feel like I want to quit this whole thing? Maybe it's for other people, but not for me. So maybe it's something that I'm just not able to get going, no matter what. So yeah, Pekka is saying makes sense. Ara is saying it makes sense. Jay is saying as well. Timo, yeah, that it makes total sense.
All right, so let's go to the whole core of this training. So I don't want to waste too much time. Again, it's been long introduction, but I hope you understand why it's there. And so yeah, let me change the screen here. Cool. So one reason was that they lost so much money by really trying to develop the perfect product, and it didn't fail. It failed because of bad reviews and quality problems, because supplier found a way how to cut me off with the costs. And the second was this Great by Choice by Jim Collins, which basically says that shoot bullets before cannonballs. And since market is going so fast, globalization, selling, people are coming in, everything is happening so fast. It's better if you are like shooting bullets before huge cannonballs. It is better if you do investments incrementally. Did I say it correctly? I don't know. Then putting huge investments at one point to the market, and that makes sense because the key is in testing the market first with low cost and invest gradually into Amazon products. So how do you do that? So we do the same way as we did before, right? We find the keyword that has no many sellers, like maybe 40, 50, 70, 100, 20, 200 sellers, right? We try to find markets, like I said, they are more specific usually, like pink leather sandals for men, or we have plenty of these keywords already available because evolution always happens, and I can show you later how. Then we figure out what product sells well on these keywords. Like from these 100 people, what type of product sells well? What type of design, what type of product sells well? Then we figure out how to be more better than that who is selling the most. Like how can we be better who is selling the most? Like, and then we gather reviews, we read bad reviews again, we do the plan, and we do basically at the end of the day, we make a document that has our requirements. We send it to the supplier and we ask how much does it cost. Now, this is our perfect product system, right? This is the system that usually going to cost us $5,000 or more, right? Maybe 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, usually around that, right? That's what we do, because if we don't get that right, there's no point releasing test product. There's no point testing anything on the market. But when we start testing, that's what we do. We assemble our product ourselves, or we try to get 10 to 50 units to the market as quickly as possible with no product development, almost no product development. What we're going to, and then we're going to ship it as quickly as possible. You can even buy that from yourself from the store. Like if you have a product idea, like if you find that from the store, buy 20 units, assemble it together yourself, put extra items there, get maybe better package yourself or whatever, and put it in Amazon in 1-2 weeks as possible. Let me explain more closer, right? So on that particular case, it goes from in 1 month, you can do it with around $500 per product. One product, 500. So what does it give it to you? So on this area, the goal is to, like I said, the goal is to figure out if I'm going to go all in with that product, I'm going to go to Chinese manufacturer and I'm going to order 500 to 1,000 units. Can I make profits and can this work? If, by the way, this is free. It only takes your time. If this system will show you that, yes, if you go all in with that product, you can still make profits, then we're going to test the product. Then we're going to make a low quantity, attractive unit in fast as possible with no modifications, just adding more items and release something that has basically differentiation and attractiveness. That's the only thing we're going to focus on. I'm going to show you an example in a minute. we do not focus on being perfect in quality or in other aspects. We are just releasing 20 to 50 units, maybe even 5 units, depends how much does it cost, right? And we are testing the market. Does it even sell? We don't care about bad reviews because we're going to make new listing when we go to the perfect game anyway. What we care about is by the way, to do that, all we need to do is add extra products. Maybe we create better package, or as we did for last product, I bought package from AliExpress, shipped to the supplier. I bought extra elements, shipped to supplier, because supplier was agreed to give me 50 units of that product that's selling well on Amazon right now. All we did is just, let's put more elements to the package. Let's get a better package if possible, easily. If it's possible to buy like this generic package from Alibaba, AliExpress, by the way, beautiful packages, amazing packages, done. No names, no nothing. Beautiful. And we assemble it, or you assemble it yourself, buying from the store in your own home country, putting things together, maybe 10, 15, 20 units, and you ship it to Amazon. And your focus is being better in a differentiation and attractiveness. And let me tell you what I mean by that. And before that, a question. What do you think? Do you need the best product or most attractive product to validate ID on the market? What do you guys think? Do you need the best product or most attractive product to be sure that you want to sell something? All right, type something in the chat box if you can. What do you think?
Yes. So if you think that we should aim in launching the best product, right? Best or most attractive.
Or like attractive. Let's say not most attractive, but as attractive as possible.
Yes, so we get a bunch of most attractive ones.
Exactly. And the reason for this is actually really simple. Let's supplier. I went through the reviews. I know this lead is not staying on. I know this actually is not real glass, and people are complaining about it. I also know that by having too much heat, it can break. That's the usual problem with the product. So now when I go to supplier, okay, so I talk to, can we eliminate all of them? And they tell me, yeah, we can, but you need to order like 1,000 units. It's going to cost you $7,000. Do I do that? Obviously, that's the old way, right? That's the old way, right? But for me, what I want to know is, can I sell this, right? The second thing I want to know, how much is the ad cost to sell this, right? I've seen so many people during these years to release a product, and you know what? The profit margin is $5. In order to sell something in the ads, they need to spend $20. So ads can ruin everything for you. And so I don't want to spend $7,000 either to make it perfect and now put it in Amazon and wait, is it really perfect or not, right? It's too risky. So what can I do? Okay, so what about I talk to supplier and ask them, or let's say supplier tells me that, no, we have 50 units of this product, whatever. I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to ship it to you if you want. I can give you 50 samples. Sure. So what can I do? All right, let's do this one. Let's add there 2 packs of tea, 2 flowers, and that's it. Which one would you buy? What if I'm going to buy the same pot in somewhere and just add a few flowers and stuff like that and do that? I just didn't spend $7,000. I spent maybe $200 to do that and send to Amazon and see what's going to happen. Does it sell? Can I sell it? Is it sellable? How much ad cost is, right? Like, how much do I need to do product development and spend $7,000 to do that change for this product? Probably not, right? Okay, let's go further. Okay, so this is the norm. On say people are this is what people are selling on the market right now, and I see still the opportunity. Holy moly! See, these are people are selling. That's the best seller on the market right now. What do you do now? Well, maybe there's no, how do you add more value now? Again, you can do the same thing. What about adding more glasses to the product, right? You take the product, you add more glasses with the supplier, without supplier, who cares? And boom, you put it in the market, see how it works. If you only do 10, 20, 15 units, it's going to cost you a few $100, and you're not going to lose a lot of, if it doesn't work, it's not going to be a huge different for you, right? But the key to testing products is that you don't go changing materials. You don't go changing the whole system, whole like materials, the lead, that you make it from the glass, you're eliminating all the bad reviews. No, you just go with like being more sexy for the same price, right? You just add more items to the package. Boom, let's test it out. Let's see what's going to happen. How much ad cost is, right? Does it even sell? And I promise you guys, instead of sending $7,000 or $5,000 to supplier, what about you use that money and send maybe 5 to 10 test products to the market, and you will see one of them is really taking off. Maybe second is taking off. And now you go to supplier, hey, see, I have test results here. Like these 2-3 products are really taking off. What about we start gradually now? Let's do a little change. Like let's try ordering 300 units now from supplier, right? Because I see already there's a market. I know how much ad cost is. I know how much it costs. I know that it actually it makes sales from all the products, all the test products. Let's invest there. Let's put the next level investment there. I still don't want to do 7,000. Let's try to do a little more, little less. Sorry. Does it make sense, guys? Anyone?
Yes, and there's actually a good question from that learning board. So that if you launch with 50 units, how do you decide if it is successful or not?
So let's say if you launch 50 units, then is it selling, and how much do you pay for ads? Because one of the most biggest reasons why products fail on Amazon is because ads are super expensive. And by the way, one more thing, like does people, like let's say this here. Let's say the problems with this product was that it's not glass. I need to make it in glass. The lead doesn't stay on. It goes broken easily with too much water. Now, if I'm going to go to supplier and spend and make it glass, eliminate all the problems, and now I put on the listing that, hey, it's made from glass, it doesn't have this problem, it doesn't break, does people really buy that product more or not? Because people don't know it's a better product before they use it, right? You can say whatever you want to say. Everybody's saying I have a better product. Everyone is saying I have a better product. Everybody has said that I did these fixes. Everybody has image comparison, like this comparison table on the listing. Everybody's saying that I'm the best. Does it make you to sell more? No, but this makes you to sell more. Being attractive, focusing on attractiveness first. So how do you know that the product sells? If you put 3 products on the market, I bet you know one of them will start selling more than others. If you put 10 products on the market, I bet 3 products will sell more than anyone else. And one from them is really taking off. So the way you know it is the speed, how fast they go. And secondly, how you know it is how much you pay for the ads. Because if your profit margin is $5 and you pay $10 to make a sale, there's no point releasing the product, or there's no point sending any money to suppliers because your ads, the ads are simply too expensive for the product. And I lost already probably close to $7,000 because of that. I was selling back then like iPhone bands and gift bags. Same thing. Both have $5 profit margin. In order to make one sale on Amazon, you have to pay 8 to 15. Dead. Nothing to do.
So often it actually happens that there's going to be surprises along the way, like when you do this. No matter how good research you do, then you are going to get something that you didn't expect, like once you go live, because market, real like paying customers are the ones who actually give their like the real feedback. So with this method, like able to get all this information like before making a bigger order. So sometimes it actually happens that you realize, there's this issue or that issue. So I'm not actually going to be moving forward with this product in question. So yeah, I mean, great. I just spent like probably months of my time and thousands of dollars that I actually didn't make that bigger order for that product.
Exactly. It's really difficult to somehow explain that, but I hope that if there's anyone who's been selling or sold anything on Amazon, they kind of understand that, because, instead of like really giving someone thousands and thousands of dollars for your perfect idea, it might not be perfect at all. So supplier cut costs somewhere, and you know what? Speed is more important than perfection, and product development and investing into product and development is supposed to happen what works, not what you think is perfect. All right. Cool. So why it is important? Again, let's go through the quick list, like why this whole thing is important. So first of all, by testing products, if you see that your perfect game, your perfect product can do profits on the market, test something out with 10, 15, 20, 50 units. Just try to be more sexy, add more value, add more products. If it's a package that you need to show on the main screen, put a beautiful package there. You can buy that from AliExpress. You can send it to a supplier. You can assemble product yourself. You can go to the store, buy product yourself, buy other product, put it in the package, put in the craft box, put a beautiful sticker on it. You can print the sticker with Canva in one day. You can do it really easily. So you don't lose momentum and motivation. I think one of the most important things for you to succeed in any business is actually having that enthusiasm and by seeing the progress. And that's where, like I said, your stamina, your consistency, your money, your time, it will fade every month. Every month, if you don't make results, if you don't see any progress.
Yeah,
and I think
that's actually one of the biggest things, because I mean, if something goes wrong, I mean, it's not really a big deal, because I mean, tell me a business that goes exactly as planned. Like, tell me a business that doesn't have any issues or any kind of challenges. I mean, that's pretty much like just another day at the office. So there's always going to be like issues or something.
Exactly.
But if you actually get something that like kind of like starts eating up your motivation and excitement, that's really like the most dangerous thing, right?
And let's say you found 3 products that can really, like, you can go like 3 products that can make profits if you make them perfect, if you release a good version on the market. And obviously the total amount is 15, 20,000 you need to spend on supplier. Why don't you just try them out with as minimum budget and as quickly as possible yourself, with no need for making profits? By the way, testing products is no profit game. You don't do that to make profits. You test products to get the ad cost. Does it work? How well it works? And how fast does it sell? And then when you have proof, then you invest. And so, because you end up like how much you pay for supplier, you end up doing sexy product anyway. You have to present it well anyway. If you're not able to present it well, how much you pay to supplier, whatever you paid, if you don't know how to make it sexy and show it sexy on Amazon, it doesn't work anyway. Right? So better try with this like listing creation, because when you find out what's the ad cost, that's another game changer, right? And investing gradually into what works, into results, is so much better than actually investing into something that doesn't work, or that's just your idea, your perfect idea, your perfect research. Why would you invest a lot of things money there? What about you investing gradually into what works? Let's say you released 5 test products. By the way, in 2014, we always had saying that amongst every seller, that usually the 3rd product takes off. Not the 1st, not the 2nd, 3rd. Now, if you release 6 products, 6 test products by yourself, just going to the store, after doing your research, going to the store and buying something, assembling something, putting to Amazon, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 units, you will see what works. You will see one of them will take off. So why don't you start from there, right? And so you're investing into what works. You have proof. That proof gives you enthusiasm, momentum, motivation to give forward, right? And the more products you release with the smallest budget, the more experience you learn and how to sell it faster and faster than others. Like I said, The Amazon game is like this. You release, works, you release, doesn't work, you release, works, you release, doesn't work, you release, boom, bullseye, home run, 200K per month. I've seen people selling product for $500,000 per day. So, like I said, you need, Amazon business is like this. You release products until it's something works, you invest gradually from there, and then you have a bullseye at some point. Okay, so, and you have 5 to 10 higher chance to hit the great selling item when you approach this whole game from this perspective. But like I remind you guys, so it's a numbers game still. If your perfect product cannot make profits on the market anymore, then there's no point releasing test product either. Remember, you have to do your research. You have to calculate your whole perfect product profitability, and then you test product as quickly as possible. And so when you also,
and by the way, I just want to say, like, one key thing in like when you're actually searching for product opportunities and have your opportunities at hand. I mean, one key thing is always do the proper research. So for that, we give the help in providing this perfect product blueprint. So if you actually want to get this perfect product blueprint, now, I mean, just comment blueprint and we will send it to you.
Yeah.
So it's also like this 8-part video series where we thoroughly explain everything that you need to research in order to have be making like a better decisions.
Exactly. It's a thinking pattern that avoids you to go the wrong direction. So then again, like if you test products for a few $100, you don't care about losing that money because you got your test. You avoided paying thousands to supplier and going for 6 to 9 months going crazy with some stuff. You're actually happy. But the key here is never go with one product at a time. Try to do 1, 2, 3 products at a time for testing. So that won't happen that you test something with 20 units. I told you it doesn't work. But in reality, your listing creation sucks. You didn't know how to make it sexy. You didn't know how to do that. The teapot with beautiful as it is, right? So that's why like putting too much money at the beginning into product when you never sold anything is extreme disfavor. You have to learn how to do listing. You have to get experience how to sell it. You have to learn how to monitor how much ad cost is. And putting something there with low risk, low budget will give you so much more than going all in with your 5 months development and putting too much money on the game. Guys, I'm telling you. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions, so let me know. Was it helpful? How does it feel like? I know people who are actually maybe selling already a long time. For them, it might be like, what? What are you talking? You cannot make profits. Yeah, we don't do profits with test product. We're testing the market. Does it even work? And yeah, so anyone has any questions? Let's see. Do we have any questions in the chat box?
Yes, so we have a bunch of questions that I'm just gonna find this here. So there was actually from Preet. So that if you have 2 brands on Amazon, do you launch the test product under your primary or secondary brand?
Well, what we have noticed actually is a really good question, Preet. Thanks for asking. And hi there. So anyway, so usually what we have noticed that if you are selling something in a specific category with your specific account, then Amazon gives you more power on that category when you release a second and third product in that same category. I'm speaking about the big categories like home improvement, toys and games, all that stuff. If you go from one category to another category, big category, Amazon doesn't like it. They don't like it. If you have 2 accounts, keep the category separately. If one account is doing home improvement, another account is doing toys, then whatever you release in these categories, keep in the same categories. It's been shown so many times that keeping your game in the same category is more beneficial than just jumping from one place to another. So many times, heard so many times.
Yes, Preet. So just what makes sense, if it actually makes sense for you, or if you have any other questions regarding this. Otherwise, I mean, let's just go to the next question. Well, actually, this is more of a comment here. So someone's saying that this is essentially like iterating a startup product to get to the product market fit. So using software frameworks in retail product design to really mitigate the risk. Yes, absolutely. So this is a bit like a lean startup and other different methods where you start mitigating the risk by doing things gradually and getting like response for the market or as early as possible. Yeah, absolutely. And related with this, I mean, yes, there are different tools that can give you information, like Helium can give you the approximate like advertising cost and so on. Like absolutely, and you should definitely make the use of that when you do the research. But still, there can be actually surprises along the way, no matter how good of a research you actually do, right?
This is true. Like I said, Chinese suppliers, whatever you don't mention to them, whatever you don't demand from them, they cut costs as you know, as every angle is possible. You know, if you don't mention that, you know, I want double stitching on this particular thread or that area, they do cheapest thread, one-time stitching. If you don't mention that, oh, we have 7 different zippers, like which one you want? I mean, you didn't mention anything. Let's put the cheapest one, obviously, right? So even material, plastic and plastic has difference. Glass and glass has a difference. So whatever you don't mention, you know, they cut costs, and that's why, you know, you can do your you can go your 9 months research. You never know. You simply never know. And that's why through the pain and agony and losing money, that's why we come up with the system, and that's been working for us really well, because we want to be actually, it's really making simply sense.
Yes. So there's a question that you have to make the perfect test. You have to make perfect the test listing when it comes to keywords, bullet points, or do you just add a few small bullets and you make the perfect new listing if the test actually succeeds? So it's about product listing. So what do you do about regarding the product listing? Like how good do you do it like during the test?
As good as possible. Like take the testing product, the making product listing is in your hands, right? So if you do if you're not able to do product listing well, like it doesn't matter. Like it's even worse if you spend more money into suppliers. It's even worse, right? So try to do like I said, what sells on Amazon is differentiation, attractiveness, and sexiness, right? So if you're not able to do that, it's a curse if you spend thousands of dollars to someone like in Chinese, right? So you better learn how to do that. You know, for some people it comes easy, some people not. And again, like for testing product, you make a listing, right? You make it as good as you can, you know, as good as you can afford. Let's say this way, right? You infuse it with most relevant keywords. And again, you start ads in most relevant keywords. Exact match campaign, 1 keyword per campaign, top of the search. And so, if your product starts to sell but will be washed down with bad reviews because you had a bad quality for the product, even though you had beautiful package, maybe you added more elements to the package, it doesn't matter. You saw how much the ad cost is, and it took off, right? Now you go to supplier and say, let's remove that problem. We're getting bad reviews. And now you create a new listing. You do exactly the same process by investing more into the same product. So next question.
Yeah. So Matti is asking that, I mean, but you still need a big budget to be put into place. So it's no longer possible to start with a few $1,000s after you have made your test. So he basically means that, okay, fine, you do the test, but then you are still stuck with spending big budget, whatever it means in this case, when you do the orders.
It depends on the product. Obviously, it depends on the product. And like I said, actually, I didn't mention that before, that testing this low risk, low budget method is not applicable for all the products. for example, big bulky items. It's not easy for you just assemble something yourself or assemble something with supplier. It's a big bulky item. It's expensive. It's not easy to do. This the low risk, low budget method applies more for the products that are not bigger as that. And it's easier to somehow like assemble them yourself, buying them yourself from the store, or getting yourself like with supplier, getting just 50 units, 20 units, 30 units, whatever, sending stuff to supplier, putting things in the package, and that's it. So anyway, so the key here is to invest gradually and invest carefully and eliminating problems that are coming from the bad reviews, and not putting like one time all the eggs into one basket and sending my supplier and hoping for the best. Like the more gradually you invest, the better it is. So that's the whole game here. And the more units you test, the more success rate you will have. Okay. So I guess, Tony, we are out of the questions, or what do you think? We have some more questions here. So how to get reviews first, sales. This is not part of the actually the low risk, low budget method. How to get reviews. We don't really get reviews for the product, because if you cannot make, if your listing is not sexy enough to make review with sales with no reviews, then what do you think? Like, even if you use more money into supplier, you're still going to end up the same position. You have no reviews, right? And that's one good indicator. Like, does it even sell without reviews? If you don't sell it already without reviews, yeah, it's another big danger sign. Don't spend too much money. So, like I said, test gradually, invest gradually.
Yeah, and the key thing here is that, you don't need to, is there space? Always ask yourself that when you go into a new product idea, like, is there space for you in the first place? And if you're saying that, no, I would need hundreds reviews at least in order to be there, in order just to survive, then that probably means that there's not space in the first page, right?
And by the way, avoid products that are like on the market that has like 3 to 4 reviews, like 3 to 4 star reviews. Like, there's some products on the market that completely are bad. Like, they are literally scam. Like, right? So you will not get these seller feedback, negative seller feedback, right? So always release something that's like 4 to 5 stars. Don't go with the products that are complete scam, like 3 to 4, below 4 stars or something. Everybody gets bad experience, even though like it is, unless you can fix these items, these problems. Usually products that have lower than 4 stars, you will not even if you pay supplier money, it's difficult to fix these issues. There's a big problem there. And yeah.
But hey, guys, I actually have a question for you. Like, would you who would like to get more clarity in your situation? It doesn't matter if you're already selling or if you're thinking of starting to sell, then would you like to get more clarity? Like, clarity in
yeah, do you want to know clarity in the situation? Because what we promised here from the beginning, we have a gift for you guys, and what could be the best gift in your life to someone else than your time? Would you like to have clarity?
Let us know in the chat.
Like, whatever you do, like, so what does it mean? It means that like, on your situation at this moment, do you want any feedback? How are you doing? Like, do you have a good product? Is not good product? Is this something you should go with, or do you need? Is your persona able to start on Amazon or not? So if you want any clarity on this, any feedback on this, then let us know in the chat box.
Yeah, and what clarity means, it means that I understand my situation, and I understand where I actually want to be, what are the steps I need to do in order to get there, and most importantly, I know what I should do next. So it's a completely different thing in having some kind of plan or having kind of idea or vague idea about building a business or anything like this, versus actually knowing that these are the things that I should be doing next. So if you want that, then just write clarity. And actually, so Victor, what is the gift that we are offering?
Yeah, well, basically, we talk about that we are grateful for you guys having here. We have still 63 people here, and the goal of this call is not sell anything to anyone. And the gift to you guys is that we're gonna give to the people our time, 15 minutes, to basically do the what is this like clarity call to the people who want to know about the situation. And this is the clarity call means that you can leave your credit card, you can leave whatever, nobody's going to sell you. So it's a call where we're going to consult your time, whatever you need. Does it make sense to you? Release products you want to release, stuff like that. And like I said, it's a 15 minutes. So if you type in clarity right now, then we can contact you if you want.
Yes, so type clarity and then we can actually reach out to you. So there are a couple of key questions that are like we are going to go through in this 15-minute call. I mean, it's like I mentioned, it's just about getting clarity in your situation and what are your goals and what do you actually need to do next in order to get there, right?
Yeah, it's like a 15-minute free consultation with no sales pitch or anything.
Yeah,
so
there's nothing to sell for you there, so don't bring your wallet.
So whoever wants to have a 15-minute consultation call, just type in clarity in the chat box, and we're just gonna contact you. It's not gonna be today. It's gonna be during the next week because obviously we have our own work and own stuff to do. So yeah. Schedule you separate.
But we have actually cleared some time dedicated for this from our calendar, so we have some available slots. So just write clarity so we know who we should reach out to regarding.
And by the way, if you have any questions about this, is actually perfect time to have any questions about the low risk, low budget method. We can explain that for you in this 15-minute call. Like I said, it's not a sales call, so you can leave your cards and your credit cards away from the call. So yeah, it's just for you.
And Jay was asking, no, the call is not going to be today. So
no.
It's going to be in the upcoming days and early next week. So yeah, nobody's calling you today, even if you want to.
So anyway, so guys, comment the clarity on the chat box if you want to have it, so we can do it as a gift for you to just watching the whole thing. And we appreciate for you having here. Thank you so much. So for that, like I said, I guess if you have any more questions, just put it in the chat box. We can reply you later as well. Right?
Yes. Well, actually, we have a few more questions. We can just go through those quickly. And actually, this is a good point, and this is what every experience or anyone seller that anyone sells on Amazon always asks, like, what happens if the product sells very well and you will be out of stock because it takes time to be back on the market? So, oh my God, you got your product listing, it's in a good position. Then what are you going to do when you run out of stock? That's the thing. So, yeah, go ahead, Victor.
No, sometimes what helps is just to close the listing. In the meantime, it's been proven that it somehow helps not fall back in rankings. But eventually, when you have a good product to sell on Amazon, then what you can do is instantly release versions of it, different versions from your good selling product. And it's when your best-selling listing gets shut down, if something happens to your listing, it's going to be big, miserable times for you. So that's why I always duplicate your listing by having a little bit differentiation, like adding more little item there, adding little, like you could add a 50-cent item to your main product and release second listing, right? You can make it a little bit different, release third listing. And by the way, when you have really good listings that sell really good on Amazon, this is not part of this call, but eventually what you want to do is you want to do variations with different objectives. Like you're going to have variation that is traffic driver. You will release some cheap version of the good selling product, or some not cheap version. Let's say that something that is cheaper than your current selling product, and that will drive traffic with no profits. You can also do profit maximizer as a child on your listing that drive more profits to your listing. Let's say you build more perfect version of your current well-selling product, connect that to your listing as a child. So you can have a traffic drivers, you can have a profit maximizers on your as a child on your listing, and that's basically your whole goal always is to build around something that works, and always invest gradually into something that works. So guys, that's what I'm
And
saying.
I
like,
just want to say that, like, to answer this question is that it doesn't matter what happens to the test. I mean, the product listing during the test phase. It doesn't matter if we run out of stock or anything, because we might use this same listing in the future, or we might not, meaning that we maybe create a new variation, or then in certain cases we might completely ditch the case. So
exactly.
so running out of stock during test phase is not an issue at all.
No.
Yeah.
You're not even making. Your goal is to make sure that it sells, and you can do money with ads.
Yeah. So Aro is asking like about statistics. Like if you do, I mean, if you launch products like this, let's say, well, he's saying 10 units, but I think he means 10 different products. So how many of those 10 on average would become like hot selling stuff? A bit of a
No, you don't care about
statistical
hot selling. No, you don't care about hot selling stuff. You care about how much does it cost for you to make a sale through ads. How much do you need to pay to acquire a customer through the paid advertisements? If your profit margin is $5 and you need to pay $10 to acquire one sale for that product, it's no point releasing that product, right? Like, second thing you want to know is that if you release many test products, you will see some of them sales velocity goes faster with some of them and some of them not. And that's where you have a good indication that, hey, this one here took off already by itself, almost no ads needed. Well, the other one is you're pushing ads, you're putting money on ads, and it still doesn't take off. So it really helps you to understand where to invest next.
Yes. So the next question is from Andrew asking, like, how do you test this? Like, do you have multiple seller central accounts?
No, like I said, you can test it as long as you're not violating any rules on Amazon. Means that you're not doing any stupid, crazy stuff with listings. Then it's okay. Just make sure that your product doesn't have any logos of other brands, right? You can buy it from the store. You can buy hammer from the store, put it in a package, buy 15 units, make a beautiful package, put like nails and all other stuff there, put it in Amazon and see what's going to happen. There's no problem. But if there's a logo on the product, you might have a problem with some brand that has logo there, right?
Yeah. So low risk means also that you follow all Amazon's rules. So you don't do anything that actually jeopardizes your seller central account, which means that like you cannot violate any trademarks or any intellectual property, and also, I mean, it goes without saying that these have to be safe for consumers, so that we don't end up with any safety incidents or so on. All right, cool. So the next question is here: what's your criteria to decide like how much would be the return on investment after?
Well, yeah, that's another good question. So if you just maybe let me go back. So the reason you want to do this here, let me show you something quickly. Yeah, the reason you want to do this here, can you see the slides? Yeah, the reason you want to do this here is you will do your research, right? You're gonna go with this is my perfect product. You talk to supplier, you improve the problems, you improve the bad mistakes everybody having, so you will not get the same bad reviews that everybody having. You're making sure that you have more value for the same price, your quality is better, you have supreme product. And if this calculation here, the last one, if this, let's say you ask supplier, how much is for 500 units, 1,000 units, 5,000 units, and 10,000 units? Now, if your 1,000 or 10,000 units cannot make you profit at all, you don't want to release test product either, right? So you have to have the game in your mind before you release a test product. If your perfect idea cannot make profits on the market because market price is so down, then there's no point releasing test product either, right? And so that's why you do this research before you test anything on the market, because you have to have the end game in mind, right? And if you maybe 500 units, the profit margin will be 10 to 15%. But when you know that if you're going to order 5,000 units, your profit margin will be already 30%. So now you have a like light at the end of the tunnel. You sure, and I want to test it because I see the light. I see we can do profits with this if I want to do the perfect product with supplier, right? But still, you go testing gradually. You don't put 5,000-7,000 into the supplier and hope the best results, because as we've seen, suppliers cut costs. It's too risky. It's still expensive. And if you do not have a lot of experience from the past, it's extremely risky, because making listings, knowing how to do ads, knowing how to do launch optimization, ranking campaigns is completely different story. So again, but make sure you can make profits if you go later with higher budgets, or when you invest more in it later. I don't know, does it make sense? Hopefully it does. Difficult to explain. But yeah. So guys, if you want to have 15-minute free call with us, like I said, then just put the clarity in the chat box. We'll take care. We'll talk to you next week in 15 minutes. There's no sales and nothing happening there. So it's about you to give you more. Just this is our gift for you to sticking along so long. So
Yes. All right, but hey, let's start wrapping up. We have a couple of questions. I can just briefly mention this, like Priest was asking about the implications on the seller account, meaning that with seller feedback. I mean, seller feedback will be about the delivery process and what the seller actually does. But no, I mean, if you as long as you sell something that actually matches the product listing, then that's not going to be an issue either. All right. But
cool.
It's about time we wrap it up. So hey, thanks everyone for joining. So if you like this, if you get value out of this, then just write. What should you write? Low risk. Low risk budget on the
anyway,
chat.
thank you guys for sticking along so long, and it's been already 1.5 hours. I'm super hungry, but it's in the evening here in Estonia. So thank you everybody and I hope you had some insights. And again, if you have any questions still, you can put the comments. You still comment the whole thing. If you want to have quick clarity call, put the clarity. And again, thanks for sticking along, and happy to have you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.